Welcome to She is Resilient, a podcast for women on their healing journeys who are ready to start living their most authentic and empowered lives outside of survival mode. I'm your host, Tatiana, trauma and somatic therapist, as well as a holistic coach, and I'm on a mission to help more women heal their nervous systems. Each week, me and my guests are going to get real and vulnerable about the experiences that led us to becoming the empowered and resilient women we are today. You'll leave this podcast with the skills, knowledge, and inspiration to start creating the life you deserve. Because if another woman can do it, so can you. Welcome back to another episode of She is Resilient. Today we're diving into something that I know so many of you can relate to: overthinking. Why do you do it? How does it connect to your nervous system? And most importantly, how can you support yourself through it? So first, let's talk about why you tend to overthink. The number one reason for this is that your nervous system is in a state of sympathetic activation, fight or flight, specifically the flight state. So whenever you find yourself replaying conversations in your mind late at night, or you're constantly worrying about what might go wrong in the future, your nervous system is saying, I don't feel safe and I need to figure it out. Because your nervous system's number one job is to keep you alive, and it will do anything and everything to keep you alive. So by overthinking, your nervous system is trying to protect you and basically prepare you for danger. Because if it's prepared, you won't die. And that's how your nervous system sees it. But the truth is, overthinking and replaying scenarios in your mind don't actually serve you. It probably did serve you at some point in your life, but now it's probably not serving you. It really just keeps you in this cycle of fight or flight. It might feel like you're doing something, right, when you're overthinking or in your mind trying to figure it out, but it's really just a false sense of control, because again, it's really only keeping you in that sympathetic state of activation. So anytime your thoughts are racing and you can't get out of that thought loop, remember this: your nervous system is not feeling safe in that moment. So here are 4 factors contributing to the lack of safety in your nervous system and contributing to your overthinking. Number 1, nutrient deficiencies. If your body isn't getting what it needs, if you're low in minerals like magnesium, for example, your nervous system is way more likely to stay in that sympathetic state of activation. Magnesium is essential for reducing anxiety and overthinking because it helps regulate our stress responses. And when we're deficient in magnesium, the body has a harder time shifting into a state of safety. It's the same with other vitamins and minerals. Your brain and your body need the appropriate nutrients to function well. And when we're missing nutrients, it will 1000% contribute to nervous system dysregulation, resulting in increased anxiety and overthinking. This is why in Embodied Healing Collective, we start with addressing your physiological needs, because we want to make sure that we're targeting our basic needs first and making sure we're getting to the root of your symptom physiologically before addressing trauma. So that's number 1, nutrient deficiencies. Number 2, caffeine and alcohol. I know this one isn't easy to hear, especially if you're the type who swears caffeine doesn't affect your body. But if you experience anxiety or overthinking and you're drinking coffee or energy drinks on a daily basis, then I promise you it is affecting you. Maybe not in the way that it affects someone else, right? Like maybe you're not shaking or feeling jittery, but that doesn't mean that it's not pushing your nervous system deeper into that state of fight or flight. I actually recently had a conversation with someone, this wasn't a client, who told me that they drink 3 coffees a day and said that they couldn't feel any effects from it. And my response to them was, so that's a good indicator that your body is running on stress hormones. So again, maybe you're not experiencing physical reactions to caffeine, but again, if you're constantly overthinking, experiencing anxiety or nervousness on a regular basis, and you're someone who drinks coffee every day, then I can take a very educated guess and say that it's impacting your nervous system. Same goes for alcohol. It might feel relaxing in the moment, but it's a stressor to the body, right? It depletes nutrients, it messes with your sleep, and it also spikes your cortisol levels once it wears off. Overthinking often increases after drinking alcohol and caffeine for this exact reason. Number 3, your nervous system is in survival mode. I already touched on this at the beginning, but again, if your nervous system is in a chronic state of fight or flight, overthinking becomes a default. It's not a mental issue, even though it's happening in the mind, because remember, everything that's happening in the mind is a reflection of the state of our nervous system. It's truly a physiological one. So because your body doesn't feel safe, your brain goes into overdrive trying to create that sense of safety. And number 4, lack of sleep. Sleep is foundational. Again, going back to your basic physiological needs. When you're not getting quality sleep or you're not getting enough of it, your brain can't function at its best. And just like with your nutrients, if you're not getting at least 8 hours of good quality sleep, your nervous system is going to continue to remain in survival mode, increasing your anxiety and increasing your tendency to overthink. Okay, so now let's talk about what you can actually do when you catch yourself overthinking. Hey there, if you're looking for daily somatic practices to add to your toolbox, I'd love to introduce you to my somatic bundle where I guide you through over 30 somatic tools and practices that support your nervous system by creating the safety that your nervous system requires to move out of survival mode. Just click the link in the show notes and you will get immediate access to my library of tools. See you there. Number 1, make sure you're meeting your basic physiological needs, food and sleep. Reflect on the past 2 weeks. Have you been eating well? Have you been getting enough sleep? How much caffeine have you had? How much alcohol have you had? If you're like, yikes, yeah, maybe I haven't been honoring my body's needs, then start here. Start with increasing your nutrients, getting more sleep, and limiting your caffeine and alcohol use. Number 2, if you're like, Tatiana, I eat well, I don't drink coffee or very little of it, but I still experience racing thoughts and overthinking, then it's time to reconnect with your body. We need to interrupt that thought loop by connecting to the body. So catch yourself when you notice you're overthinking and bring your full awareness to your body. What's happening in your body? What physical sensations do you notice? What feels pleasant inside? What feels unpleasant? How's your breath? Can you find parts of your body that feel supported? Give your body plenty of time and space. And side note, if you haven't listened to episode 2, Navigating Anxiety, that might be a good episode to go back to and listen to because it connects with the overthinking. Okay, number 3, move your body. Especially if the overthinking has that like anxious, restless, buzzing energy. Go for a walk, stretch, shake it out, dance, bounce on a trampoline. Listen to your body and move in a way that feels right for you and your body. Movement helps bring that stuck sympathetic energy into motion so that the energy can move through and out of your body. And number 4, find ways to slow down and rest. Remember, overthinking is a sign of sympathetic activation, fight or flight. So in order to come back down into a parasympathetic state, the part of your nervous system that helps you feel settled and at ease, we need to slow down. You can do this by intentionally slowing down your walking and your speech throughout the day. You can do this by listening to soothing music. You can do this by meditating. That's my personal favorite. I love meditating. Or you can rest by doing nothing in nature or on your couch. I also often get the question, what about journaling? And I know that journaling is so helpful for so many people. And if that helps you, I invite you to continue to do it. And I would also encourage you to try a somatic practice, because while journaling can be helpful, it keeps you in that cognitive state. So how can you continue to use that journaling and incorporate a somatic practice? Because again, the healing happens in the body, not when we use cognitive methods to cope. And if you want to truly heal overthinking long term, not just manage it, not just cope with it, ultimately you need to get to the root of the problem. And the root is healing your nervous system. That's what we do in somatic experiencing. If you haven't listened to the last episode, the healing method that no one is talking about, I invite you to go back and listen to that, because I talk all about somatic experiencing, what it is, what you can expect in a session, and how it works. So if you haven't listened to it, we basically help the body complete those stuck survival responses slowly and safely so that your nervous system can come back into a more balanced state. I've said this before, but me and Marcin always joke around about how my mind is just rainbows and butterflies. It's like la 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 la. I've mentioned this in other episodes because I truly just live in the present moment. And when you live in the present moment, there's no room for overthinking. But I wasn't always like this. And this shift only happened when I shifted out of survival mode through somatic experiencing. So if you're finding yourself in a constant thought loop and it's starting to wear you down, know that you are not broken. Overthinking is not who you are. It's a natural nervous system response. It's your nervous system trying to protect you. And you can shift it, not by telling or forcing your mind to shut off, but by supporting your body. Alrighty, that's it for today. I'm rooting for you. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you absolutely loved this episode, I would so appreciate it if you subscribed and left a review on Apple Podcast, or take a screenshot and share this episode on social media. The more nervous systems we reach, the more generational cycles we break, and the more we contribute to a kinder and safer world. And if you're looking for somatic healing services, send me a DM and I'd love to chat on how I can support you. I'll see you in the next episode.